We all want peace and a sense of fulfillment in our lives. Yet, look closely at the world around you, and you'll notice a vast majority of people are living with a quiet, persistent anxiety, running an endless race that leaves them desperate and exhausted. The psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl observed that the meaning of life is to give life meaning. Escaping that desperation requires active personal responsibility rather than just passively enduring your circumstances. But taking that responsibility gets complicated because we inherit a set of cultural myths, societal fallacies. We are taught from childhood that success equals wealth and status, that romantic love will magically complete us, and that every painful event will end with satisfying closure. These aren't objective facts. They are constructed truths. They are rigid rules built and enforced by our surrounding culture to keep everyone moving in the same predictable direction. This habit of falling for destructive social myths is deeply ingrained in human history. More than 2,000 years ago, the Roman philosopher Cicero noted our tendency to make the exact same mistakes century after century, including our stubborn habit of refusing to set aside trivial preferences. The moment you notice these flaws, when you realize the script you've been handed doesn't match reality, you experience serious friction. Pointing out the gap between societal expectations and reality makes the people around you incredibly uncomfortable. We struggle to fix our unhappiness because we are caught inside an invisible architecture. This structure dictates exactly what we are allowed to even consider as a valid solution. Think of this invisible boundary as the Overton window. It defines the dynamic range of ideas, beliefs, and policies that a society considers acceptable at any given time. Ideas inside the window are deemed safe and worthy of discussion. Data points outside that perimeter are immediately rejected as dangerous. This boundary functions exactly like your personal worldview, acting as a massive filter that instinctively blocks out knowledge contradicting what the group already believes. You don't consciously choose these limits. They're implanted pre-consciously through formal education and repeated continuously by the media, ensuring the vast majority of the public never thinks to question them. The Overton window is society's ultimate defense mechanism. It forces you into a constant, quiet compromise. Choose between pursuing objective truth or maintaining your social acceptance. When compliance becomes the main goal, ideas spread through social contagion. Like this rapidly replicating virus, behaviors and beliefs are transmitted from person to person through imitation and peer pressure, bypassing critical thought entirely. This naturally leads to groupthink. The psychological desire for harmony and consensus becomes so strong that it completely overrides your ability to make an independent decision. If you dare to question the constructed truths inside that window, you will face severe social penalties. Society marginalizes anyone who points out its contradictions. The group protects itself by automatically labeling the dissenter as absurd, dangerous, or radical. Institutions even manipulate language itself to limit dissenting thought. As George Orwell clearly warned, if you rewrite the narrative and eliminate the vocabulary of resistance, you make the concept of resistance impossible to communicate. By actively expelling those who see reality clearly, society protects its collective illusions. The entire system is rigidly designed to prevent individual awakening. There is a strict rule for true transformation. New knowledge and wisdom can only come from entirely outside your current worldview. To cure a life of quiet desperation, you must abandon the very rules and socially constructed truths that built your prison. You have to step out of the box. Our primary tool is Socratic questioning. Breaking a solid core belief into logical components reveals its center is completely hollow. Next, apply the 5 whys method. Repeatedly asking why a belief exists digs past surface symptoms to strike the root cause of a societal fallacy. Applying these investigative tools is highly effective, but it comes with a cost. Stripping away these illusions will inevitably alienate you from the groupthink of the herd. Achieving a genuinely good life requires the courage to exist completely outside the Overton window. You have to accept the reality that, to a profoundly sick society, a healthy and free person will always look like a radical.